Vaheguru Sahib Ji Rag Tanasri Mahalla Tija ਘਰ ਚੌਥਾ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਹਮ ਭੀਖਕ ਭਿਖਾਰੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੂੰ ਨਿਜ ਪਤ ਹੈ ਦਾਤਾ ਹੋ ਦਇਆਲ ਨਾਮ ਦੇਹੋ ਮੰਗਤ ਜਨ ਕਉ ਸਦਾ ਰਹੋ ਰੰਗ ਰਾਤਾ ਹਉ ਬਲਹਾਰੈ ਜਾਉ ਸਾਚੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਮ ਵਿਟਹੁ ਕਰਨ ਕਾਰਨ ਸਭਨਾ ਕਾ ਏਕੋ ਅਵਰ ਨਾ ਦੂਜਾ ਕੋਈ ਰਹਾਉ ਬਹੁਤੇ ਫੇਰ ਭੈ ਕਿਰਪਨ ਕੋ ਅਬ ਕਿਛ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਜੈ ਹੋ ਦਇਆਲ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਹੁ ਆਪਣਾ ਐਸੀ ਬਖਸ਼ ਕਰੀਜੈ ਭਨਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਭਰਮ ਪਟ ਖੂਲੇ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦੀ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਸਾਚੀ ਲਿਵ ਲਾਗੀ ਹੈ ਭੀਤਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸਿਓ ਮਨ ਮਾਨਿਆ ਭਨਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਭਰਮ ਪਟ ਖੂਲੇ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦੀ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਸਾਚੀ ਲਿਵ ਲਾਗੀ ਹੈ ਭੀਤਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸਿਓ ਮਨ ਮਾਨਿਆ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, today's ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ from Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib has been blessed to us by Tan Sri Guru Amar Das Ji Sache Paatshah in Tanasri Rag on Ang 666. Satguru Ji Paatshah Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji Paatshah Ji today, they take us through those steps of having union, of meeting Vaheguru Ji. They say, but this journey starts from becoming a beggar. But pyareo, but even to become a beggar is no easy task. It's easier said than done. ਕਹਿ ਦੇਣਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਭਿਖਾਰੀ ਬਣ ਜਾਣਾ, to become a beggar. The only way to become a beggar is first, if we're truly hungry for what we are begging for. Otherwise, it won't be coming from inside. So let's take the asra, the support of Guru Amar Das Ji Paatshah, blessing us with this beautiful words, taking us on this journey. Ek onkar Satgur Prasad. Through the prasad meaning kirpa, through the grace of Satguru, of that true Guru, can we have union, can we meet Vaheguru Ji, ek da ek onkar, that Ong is that creation. Ong is that Shakti, the power of Vaheguru Ji, where everything has come from. Vaheguru Ji is that creative Shakti. Vaheguru Ji is that sustainer. Vaheguru Ji themselves, that one, is the destroyer. We're living in those three modes. Whilst living amongst all of that, we are begging that we can experience and see that one that is behind all of this. Guru Amar Das Ji Paat Ji saying to us today, Kende Ham Bhikhak Pekhari Tere. Kende that I am your Bhikhak. Bhikhak means a beggar. Pekhari means a beggar as well. Sangat Ji, sometimes we do this, don't we? When we really want to emphasize a point, we really want to get something across, we'll use many different versions of saying the same thing to someone. Sangat Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji Paat Ji saying the same thing to us so that it can be instilled in us, reminded to us how important this is, that this is where the journey will begin from you becoming like this, becoming like a beggar. Becoming like that beggar that is out on those streets, that has no home to live in, that has no shelter. That beggar that doesn't know where their next food is going to come from. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਫ਼ ਪਾਣੀ ਮਿਲਣ ਨੂੰ ਪੀਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਾ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਉਣੀ, ਕਿ ਆਉਣੀ ਵੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣੀ, ਅੱਜ ਮਿਲੂਗੀ ਵੀ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੂਗੀ. We don't know. They don't know a beggar is there, not knowing where they're going to sleep, thinking that, okay, I don't know what the weather's going to be like, having to sleep in that same place that doesn't even keep the rain out. Thinking that I don't know where my next piece of roti, my food is going to come from. Am I even going to get it? From inside, becoming like that. Guru Amar Das Ji Paat Ji saying to us, how hungry are we to want to see Vaheguru Ji, to experience Vaheguru Ji? And Sangat Ji, asal vich, I was thinking this morning, Hum bhikhak pekhari tere. Because then obviously the Sangat, they always ask the next question. They'll say, theek hai Veer Ji, tusi ta keh ditta, then how do we get that thirst? Sanu o pyas o milu keve? Sangat Ji, the truth is, even though Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, they go through doing an ardas with us in Sri Barama Bani. They say, Kar kirpa prabh apani tere darshan hoye pyas, Kar kirpa prabh apani. Say, bless us with your grace, bless us with your kirpa. Hey Vaheguru Ji, Kar kirpa prabh apani tere. So that what? Tere darshan, your darshan, to see you. What do I ask for? Not for your darshan here. There's one little step before that. I'm asking tere darshan hoye pyas, that I want your thirst. Karke hale pyas nahi hui, hale pyas oh hale paida nahi hui. That thirst, that hunger is not there yet. Pyareo, and why will we even want that? Let's go a step back even from that. Why would somebody even want that thirst to see Vaheguru Ji, to experience Vaheguru Ji? Because if we go even a step back from that, first thing is that realization that what? That everything that I've been up until today, doing up until today, to experience, to try and reach that place of contentment, to reach that place of having that ananda from inside, having bliss from inside, to reach that place of experiencing eternal happiness that does not come to an end. Its first thing is to come to that place that I'm coming to you. In which state? In this state that ab hum challi Thakur pe haar, that I'm saying that I have lost. This is a step back from even becoming a beggar and being hungry. And it's even a step back from saying that I want the hunger. And it's going back from, now it's going to that place of realizing that asal vich jo vi main meri zindagi vich kita aj tak, menu halle tak oho andro o sukh nahi milya, that I'm not able to reach that sukh from inside yet. So we go to that place of ab हम चली ठाकुर पे हार. That I'm going in this state to say that yes, I've lost. I've exhausted myself from trying so many different things. So Sangat Ji, and then it's saying that Ab hum sharan Prabhu ki aayi, Rak Prabhu pame maar. Now no matter what happens, that I've come to you and I beg at your door, Vaheguru Ji. That now first thing I do is I put my hands up and I'm saying that everything that I thought was going to do the trick for me, it hasn't done it for me. I thought it might be from accumulating wealth. I thought it might be by having another child. I thought that if I haven't got a child, then I get a child. I thought if I reach that position at work, then I thought it was this. I thought it was that. I thought if I become a pracharak, I thought if I become known in the world, I thought if I become famous, I thought if I get more likes. I'm exhausted. I've exhausted even all those things, meaning that I've tried everything and now I'm saying, wow, I must have been blind all that time because I didn't know what I was doing. So then coming to that point of hum andale and bike bikarate, then I've got to ask that question that yes, okay, I'm blind, hum andale and bike bikarate, I've been consumed by this poisonous illusion. Hum andale and bike bikarate. Then the question comes from inside, then I become that beggar. Sangat Ji, to become that beggar, because now I'm hungry. Now I'm saying that yes, even I can say that I need that thirst now, because first of all, it's when I'm going through everything and I'm realizing this isn't doing it, this isn't doing it. Then I come to that realization, then what is it? The only thing that's left for me now is Vaheguru Ji, what I didn't try was, what I didn't ask for. I didn't ask for the data. I kept asking for the data. Data are the gifts, but I didn't ask for the giver of gifts. Just like Sangat Ji, Bhai Satta and Balvand Ji, the two Kirtaniya of Dhan Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Sache Paatshah, even though Mehma Prakash, apne Principal Satbir Singh Ji, they say, Principal Satbir Singh quotes Mehma Prakash, he writes that there were Kirtanis from all the way since Guru Angad Dev Ji Sache Paatshah Ji's time. That Principal Satbir Singh writes that it was, quoting from Mehma Prakash, he writes that it was actually Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji that took Bhai Balvand Ji and gave Bhai Balvand Ji's arm to Guru Angad Dev Ji Paatshah. But such a time came when they were ridiculed with what? When they were taken over by what? They were taken over by the pride of their art of rag, of being able to sing in musical measure. And because of that, pride took over them. Such a time came when they thought that it's said differently, it was either their sister or their daughter. And the truth is that the little details like that, they're not important, because it's about the tat, the message, the essence that we take from it. And because the marriage of, we're going to go for Sangat Ji, we're going to go for the daughter here. It's just easier to choose one. Because the marriage of their daughter was coming about. And they thought that, you know what, we need this a certain amount of money because we want to carry out the marriage in this way. And Bhai Satta and Balvand were two brothers. Balvand Ji came first to Guru Sahib Ji and Bhai Satta Ji joined them afterwards. And they thought that we need people to know that we are great Kirtani and we want to put a show on. This marriage is going to be done in this way and it's going to cost this much amount. And Sangat Ji, and look how many of us get into that today. And I hear shocking stories that people end up in debt over marriages today. People end up taking out, some people they've paid off they've spent their whole life paying off their mortgages for their homes, and then they take out another huge mortgage to pay off for the marriages, for the weddings of their children. Some people take £40,000, loan just for a wedding. People are spending ridiculous amounts today. Anyway, but they had this same intention, and Sangat Ji, they, instead of saying to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji directly what the situation was, they tried to be clever about how they go about this. And Mere Sache Paach Ji say to us, Kende, Chatrai Siyanpa Kite Kaam na Aiyan. This says, but these clevernesses, they don't get us anywhere. When we don't act out of that innocence, the opposite of that is then when we act out of trying to be clever. Paach Ji saying to us here, Pyareo, instead of asking Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji directly that this is the situation, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji could have guided them to say, actually, you don't need to do such a huge wedding with putting on a great show. Or Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji could have just said to them, you know what, that's fine. But instead, they try to go around it in a clever way. So Paach Ji went, so here they're trying to be clever, Chatrai Siyanpa Kite Kamna Aiye. And then Sangat Ji, what happened? They said to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji that today, normally, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji would give them as much as Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji willed from their happiness, from their khushi. But today they said, hey Guru Arjan Dev Ji Sache Paach Ji, that whatever peta comes today, it was a special occasion, and normally a lot of Sangat comes to the Darbar on that day. And they said, hey Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji, today whatever comes as peta, whatever offerings come as we are doing the Kirtan. And Sangat Ji, we often say performing Kirtan. Pyareo, Kirtan isn't something somebody performs. Kirtan is not an act. Kirtan is something that we humble ourselves before Hey Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji and our Guru. Kirtan, Sangat Ji, is a peta. Kirtan is an offering that we put before Vaheguru Ji and Guru Sahib. It's not something we perform. It's not an art. Sangat Ji, this is something that we humble ourselves in the praise of Vaheguru Ji, so that we can become that speckle of dust and then have darshan of Vaheguru Ji. That's what Kirtan is. Pyaro, Kirtan nirmolak hira, Anand Guni Hira. Kene Kirtan nirmolak hira. Kirtan is something that cannot be valued, Sangat Ji. Some people put a value on Kirtan. They'll say that yes, you can book us, but we charge £250, but we charge £350. Oh nahi pyareo, apa Kirtan te mul pa ditta. We've put a price on Kirtan. It ta hai nahi sada, it's not even ours. Jiri cheez sadi nahi, apa ude te mul kiਵੇਂ pa sakde ha? How can we put a price on something that isn't even ours? How can we put a price on something that we're saying that pyareo, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਦਾਤ ਆ. This is a gift. This is a gift that I sing and I share because I want to also become that humble servant of God and become the dust and have darshan of Vaheguru Ji. Kirtan nirmol ki hira, Anand guni hira. Pyareo, they said to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji, whatever comes today as offerings, we take all of that and we take. Sangat Ji, this isn't something, obviously, jiri oho peta that comes to the Kirtan, theek hai, oh ona di mardi, yes, they take that. Even though there's many Gurdware today that don't actually give that to the Kirtani. But asal vich, oh pyar hunda Sangat da, that is the love of the Sangat that is put before the Kirtan. And it's actually shouldn't be taken by anyone else but the Kirtani. But today the Bhai Satta and Balvand said to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji, they said, but whatever offering comes into the Guru's house, as well as to the Kirtan, but to the Guru as well, that is then used in the Guru's house. And they said that if you can bless us with that as well today. Pyareo, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਮੰਗ ਕਰ ਬੈਠੇ. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji, they knew from inside that they're trying to be clever. And So because they knew it's a special occasion, and then that there's going to be a lot of sangat here, and that we can then take all this peta, we can take all this offering that comes to the Guru, and then we can put on this show of a great wedding to just, to show that who we are, that pride, that ego, we are this. I am the greatest Kirtani. And Sangat Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji agreed. They said, "Theek ya." But Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paach Ji knew that inside is traveling that thorn of ego. Paach Ji say to us, "Kende tin antar home kanda hai." Kende those that have got the kanda, that soul, that thorn inside of ego. Ego we're supposed to get rid of, but sometimes we grow that ego more and more. Sache Paach Ji, they say to us, Kende tin antar home kanda hai. That what happens, kende saakt har ras saad na jaanya. And saakt is somebody that is faithless. Remember, somebody that has actually even taken on a guru, but they haven't got faith in their own guru, they are still faithless. They are sakat. Those that haven't paach, kende saakt har ras sadhana janeya, they don't know actually the true juice and love for their master yet. And that kanda, we're here to get rid of our ego. We're supposed to do kirtan. Why? We're supposed to do katha. Why? Not to say, to grow our ego more, to say I am this, look. Not to make that layer even bigger and thicker, to say dekho main kaun hai, mere karke, it's because of me this kala exists. They said these words eventually to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha Ji. Pyareo, and what happened? And but that day, for some whatever reason, that not as much sangat was able to come. And because not as much sangat was able to come, Pyareo, that not much peta came that day. Not much offerings came that day to the Kirtani and to the Guru's house. And whatever it was, Sangat Ji, that I wasn't planning to tell this Sakhi, by the way. I've not read this Sakhi for many years, so I'm probably missing out a lot of details here, but it's about the gist. It just came out. And they gave Guru Arjan Dev Ji whatever came as what they requested. Remember what I've said all the time, be careful what you ask for. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji, as per their request, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji gave them. And as they gave them, Mere Sache Paatshah Ji, and they looked at it and they said, is this it? Pyareo, ek cheez Guru de haath to mile, to dusre haath keh dena bas aahi hai. In one, Pyareo, getting something from the Guru's hands. Guru ਕੋਲ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਭਾਈ ਪੀਰ ਬੁੱਧੂ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਕੇ ਵੇਖੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਲੈਣ ਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਕੀ ਆ. Ask Pir Buddhu Shah what it means to receive something from the Guru's hands. ਉਹਨੇ ਤਾਂ 2 ਪੁੱਤਰ ਵਾਰ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ. He sacrificed his 2 sons. He brought so many of his disciples with him. Pir Buddhu Shah in the battle of Pangani. You can listen to the whole jang. Das has gone through that katha. The battle of Pangani, Sangat Ji, the first battle of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and then I've gone through the life of Pir Buddhu Shah as well. We'll put the links in the description. प्यारे उन्हों पुछ के वेखो 2 पुत्र वार के उन्हें मेरे धन कलगीधर सच्चे पातशाह जी कोलों जे कुछ मंगया तो उन्होंने पातशाह दे केस मंगे. If he asked for something, he asked for Guru Gobind Singh Ji Paatshah's case and kanga. And for him, he had gained the greatest thing of all. But today, there's hundreds of rupees in their hands, and it should have been thousands, and they're saying, Bas, ahiya. Guru Sahib Ji, you're going to do our besti now of these great kirtanis. You're not going to top this up. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji said, he said, this is what you requested. I remember Guru Sahib Ji needed to break those layers down. Guru Sahib Ji could have given them, obviously, yes, but they needed to break those layers down. And they said, Acha, is this how it is then? And they said, you're bringing shame to us. We're the great Kirtanis. And they said to that extent that if we're not here, who's going to even do the kirtan? Thinking that it's a performance, it's an art that they only hold, only they can do kirtan. Sangat ji, they left Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah's Darbar and court. They did not come back to do kirtan. Mere Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji sent Gursikhs to go and request them to come back. But still they did not come back. Sangat ji, they still didn't come back even upon the request of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji sending them Gursikhs to come back, because their ego had grown so much. And they even said to the point that if it was that so much Sangat that was coming to the Darbar of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, it was due to our kirtan. They said up to that much that it was because of us. And pyareo, Sakhi lambiya, but my point was up to just that much that we end up asking for datan. We end up asking for the gifts. We end up asking for the gifts and not the giver of the gift, the data. Pyareo, but if they had just said to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, all we want is you, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji would have taken over and they would have said, sit back and I'll do everything for you. What? You tell me. You don't need, maaf karna, you don't need to even tell me now. Aate meri thi, yeah, this is my door, then I'm gonna, if they've got Guru Arjan Dev Ji, it's like saying, Sangat ji, it's like saying that, you know what, I'll take that little piece of treasure out of that treasure box. I'll take that little piece of treasure out of that treasure box. Or then it's saying that, you know what, bless me with the key to the treasure box. And then it becomes you. If they had asked for Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, they would have got the key. Khair Sangat ji, the Sakhi is long, but I just wanted to bring that point forward. Is begging for the right thing from inside. Is getting to that point of hum andale and bikhe bikrate kyo chal hai gur chali. Is saying that when I beg and saying that I'm failed, in the end, Sangat ji, what happened to them? That they got to this point, and then they got that hunger, because when they refused to come back, eventually what happened to them? Sangat ji, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋੜ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ. Their bodies were taken over by leprosy. They got to such an extent that nobody could even help them. And Sangat ji, because they said those words, because they said that the glory of the court of Guru Nanak is because of us, after that point, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji said, they could say anything to me. But Sangat ji, when you don't, what is that limit? Is when somebody now is cursing, is bringing down your Guru, is saying it's not your Guru's glory, it's our glory. This is kevi da pyareo, kise da man inna prasht ho janda ya that our buddhi can switch to that level, to that point, and turn on us. You don't know when that's going to happen. That's why nimrata vich rahiye. Always remain in humility. We don't know when it's going to turn on us. But pyareo, what happened? They were taken over by leprosy. And Sangat ji, Guru Arjan, because now they had spoke against Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji's glory. So now Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji said that even though Guru Sahib Ji had gone out to them themselves to come and bring them back, because they have got so much value for Kirtan, and they know that it was Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji themselves that brought Bhai Balvand Ji to the charan of Guru Angad Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, and the Keemat of this Kirtan cannot be said, and this, yes, they've got that blessing. But now they've spoke out against Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, and that's it now. So Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji aap bhi ek baar gaya sige. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah had gone out to them themselves as well, and they refused Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji as well. Pyareo, and then what happened? And then Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah कहने किसे ने इन्हां दे मत्थे नहीं लगना. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah said nobody is to go and even look at their faces. So Sangat ji, kithe sige oh kirtan, they were known so much. They were known because of Guru Nanak. They weren't known because of their art. Pyareo, if anybody today knows us for katha, knows us for kirtan, they know us because of Guru Nanak, not because of the art. Not because somebody is able to speak well, not because somebody is able to sing well. They are known because of Guru Nanak's daat, because of Guru Nanak's gift. Pyareo, koi nahi ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੱਥੇ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਸੀ. Nobody, first they tried to do kirtan themselves. Yes, and a few people turned up, but the moment Guru Arjan Dev Ji said nobody is to even look at their faces. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji said that if anybody does even go to them, this is if anybody tries to associate with them, Guru Arjan Dev Ji said their faces will be blackened. But pyareo, ਕਈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਪਰ ਉਪਕਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਰਕੇ now their bodies have been taken over by leprosy, and now ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, because nobody even goes to see them, ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਹਾਲਤ ਹੋ ਗਈ, they're going knocking door to door to saying help us, begging, saying somebody take us back, somebody take us to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Path Ji, how we meant to go and face them. They don't want to know us anymore. ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਕਿਸੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਨੇ ਪਰ ਉਪਕਾਰੀ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਬਤ ਸੁਣਿਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਪਰ ਉਪਕਾਰੀ somebody that is so generous, somebody that is so constantly giving, that is always lives for helping others. He lives for the good of others. A ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ by the name of Bhai Ladda Ji. ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਬੜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਵਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਇਹ ਨਾਮ. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ is blessed me ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ to remember these names because I've not read this Sakhi for like 4 or 5 years. Pyareo, Bhai Ladda Ji, they came forward. They said, and Bhai Satta and Balvand Ji said, Bhai Ladda Ji, what are you doing? Why have you come to see me? See us. Your face will be blackened by Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha Ji. And he says, you don't worry about that. Bhai Ladda Ji said, I'll take you to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha Ji. Pyareo, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਦੁੱਖ ਹੋਵੇ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਪੀੜਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ, somebody, ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, somebody that is willing to help somebody at no matter what cost, somebody that is willing to sacrifice their own selves to help somebody else, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਦਇਆ. This is called compassion. ਭਾਈ ਲੱਦਾ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਹਿਰਦਾ ਦਇਆ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਭਰਿਆ ਪਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ. ਜਨ ਪਰ ਉਪਕਾਰੀ ਆਏ. ਆਹਾ, Bhai Ladda Ji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ you don't worry about what's going to happen to me. He said, but he goes, I'll take you to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Path Ji and beg on your behalf to allow you back into the charan and to take pity on you for your leprosy. Bhai Ladda Ji, what did they do? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ Bhai Ladda Ji ਆਪ ਘੋੜੀ ਤੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਏ. Bhai Ladda Ji themselves, either they said it got on a horse or it was a donkey. ਕਰਕੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਖੋਤੇ ਦੇ ਬਿਠਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੂੰਹ ਕਾਲਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ that you'll be taken around Amritsar. You'll go around on a donkey with your face blackened around Amritsar. Bhai Ladda Ji got onto a donkey themselves. They smeared this asham black all over their face. Bhai Ladda Ji ne apna ਮੂੰਹ ਆਪ ਕਾਲਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਓ ਭਾਈ ਸੱਤਾ ਤੇ ਬਲਵੰਡ ਜੀ. Pyareo, today sometimes we help someone and we want the whole world to know what we've done for someone. Pyareo, but look at this Parupakari Bhai Ladda Ji. They've blackened their face themselves. They've got on a donkey that says, don't worry, I'll take whatever is coming to me. Even if Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha Ji refuses to see me after this, I'll take that. But you're the Kirtani. You sing the praises of Vaheguru Ji. They took Bhai Satta and Balvand Ji to the charan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Sache Paatshah, and somebody said, this is Ekon, who is this that has brought them back? And all the sect, they got scared of even looking towards them. And remember, people them days, they were so scared of leprosy that they didn't want to catch it. Bhai Ladda Ji is embracing them. Bhai Ladda Ji is hugging them even though they've got leprosy, not caring for their own well-being. They took them to the charan of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha Ji, and they said, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ Pacha Ji, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੂੰਹ ਕਾਲਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ, ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ. You was going to blacken my face, I've blackened my face myself. He fell at Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha Ji's feet, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬਖਸ਼ ਦਿਓ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋੜ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਦੂਰ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ, ਆਪਣੇ ਚਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ. please bless them with a place in your charan Guru Sahib ji. Par pyareo, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ it's out of my hands now. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ out of your hands Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Look how much satkar, look how much respect, look how much humility Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji saying. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ they've spoke out against Guru Nanak Dev. They spoke about the glory of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They've tried to bring that down. Kende now it's not in my hands anymore. But Bhai Ladda ji said, Kende Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji, everything is in your hands. Please Guru Arjan Dev Ji, I beg you, show them the way. You tell me, what can I do? Can I do something for them? Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji said, there's one thing, ek cheez hai. Kende jis rasna de naal, kende ine Guru Nanak de ghar nu nindya. With the tongue that they slandered the house of Guru Nanak, now with that tongue, if they are to praise Guru Nanak, praise Guru Angad, praise Guru Amar Das Ji, praise my Pita, Guru Ram Das Ji, praise my Nana, Guru Amar Das Ji with that rasana, they said, this gourd will be taken away, this leprosy will be taken away from them, and they'll have a place in this house. प्यारे उत्थे भाई बलवंडा जी सत्ता ते बलवंड जी ने प्यारे राम कली की वार उत्थे उन्होंने बाणी उचारी राम कली की वार भाई सत्ते की बलवंड दी वार है प्यारे. And some Gursikhs read this every day after Darbar Sahib. They've added this to the Nitnem. Many Gursikhs have this memorized because it's the praise, but they didn't stop at Guru Ram Das Ji. They praised Dhan Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji as well in that Bani of Ram Kali Ki War. The famous words that we listen to, Jot Uhan, Jugd Sain Se Kaya Fir Palatiye, Pyare, all comes in Ram Kali Ki War. They praised Satguru Ji Sache Paatshah, and as they were praising Pyareo, Dhan Mere Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Dhan Sikhi, the leprosy started to leave their body. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਸਵਸਥ ਹੋ ਗਏ, ਅਰੋਗ ਹੋ ਗਏ, they became disease free ਪਿਆਰਿਓ. at the par upkar of Bhai Ladda ji, prahar ke aaye, they came, they lost, they became those true beggars. They begged. It depends, Sangat ji, how much do we want that Naam? How much do we want that connection? ਪਿਆਰਿਓ एक वर दिता Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji gave this Bani a boon. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji said, if anyone has got any skin problems, they said with Sharda, with complete, pure faith, and from inside, if you take these words, but you're not just reading this Bani, but you are besotted and praising Guru Nanak Dev Ji through this Bani, they said your disease will be taken away. They became beggars because now they were desperate. They were desperate for Guru Arjan Dev Ji. But today we sometimes try and sell Sikhi to people. We try and beg people, come on, take Amrit, become a Sikh. But wanting it from inside and begging, just like Bhai Manj ji. In those days, Guru Sahib ji would say, they'd say, Bhai Manj, leave it. Bhai Manj would be begging because he used to follow a peer called Sakhi Sarwar. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paat ji said, Sangat ji, again I've covered the Sakhi in detail of Bhai Manj ji, and we'll put the link in the description to listen to the Sakhi of Bhai Manj ji. Bhai Manj ji left his peer, this Muslim saint that he was following, that was from well before, so he wasn't around then, but he was following him, but he was actually the chief in his town, and that's where people would come to offer their respect to a place that he had made in remembrance of Sakhi Sarwar. Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, Manj, leave it. The Sikhis hardcore. Sikhi is kanyo tikhi walhu nikki e tamar gajana. Pyaro, that was Sikhi. Bhai Baljit Ji was begging, give me Naam, give me Naam, give me Naam. Pyaro, how bad do we want Naam? How bad do we want that mantra from the Guru so we can connect to Vaheguru Ji, to have darshan of Vaheguru Ji? We've got to beg our Guru. Those of us that have already taken Khande Bate da Amrit and we're not practicing this Naam, there's no sukh, is there? Let's beg today together. Let's become as desperate as Bhai Satta and Balvand. Let's become as desperate as Bhai Baljit Ji, saying to Guru Arjan Dev Ji, I want this Sikhi no matter at what cost. I want that Naam. I need that Gurmantar from you, because that Gurmantar will take me to Vaheguru Ji. So aao pyareo, hum peekhak pe khari tere, becoming those beggars, having that inside hunger, realizing that I've not been able to do it myself. Tu nij pat hai data. Nij pat Sangaji means you are the giver, but you are the giver. Nij pat meaning an independent giver, not needing anyone else. Pati, pat means pati, you are my husband, Lord. And nij means your own. You yourself is the giver without having to take any advice from anyone else. Let's truly beg like that persistent child and not give up. That pavo dan teeth hoye mango. Let's say that I want this gift of Naam now, but I'm going to be like that kid. I'm not going to give up. Parents know. Once a child gets so persistent and just doesn't stop, oh please, can I have the ice cream? Please, 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 can I have the ice lolly? Oh, come on mom, come on dad. And you're like, no, you're not getting it today. I don't care, you're not having it. And you think they've stopped. And then a few minutes later, they're like, oh, go on. Come on, please, just today. I won't ask again. Go on, I'll just please, please, please. And they'll do your head in. And you'll think, oh my God, you know what? He really wants it, doesn't he? Go on, chal, go on. Ale. We've got to become teeth. We've got to come like that stubborn, persistent little child. Say and keep begging and saying, oh ho dayal. Vaheguru Ji will take pity. Vaheguru Ji will take pity, will shower us with their mercy. Ho ho dayal naam deho mangat jan kaun. That we've got to become that true mangata. How hungry are we? How much are we begging from inside? We've got to become that servant, become that mangta. Kande naam deho, and then beg for that naam of God that will light up every cell inside of me and vibration of realizing that one. And then when I realize that actually I am a part of this whole entire vibration, that is this whole creation that is vibrating in that same vibration of Vaheguru Ji, and I am that one. I am a part of that one. Kande naam deho mangat jan kaun. Naam is that connection, that way to Vaheguru, that only we can get that from the Guru. Kande sada raho rang rata. I want to remain forever in love of Vaheguru Ji. Give me that naam. Beg from that hunger, knowing that whatever I've done in my life, I'm still not content. I need you now, Vaheguru Ji. Just like if they had asked for Guru Arjan Dev Ji, they would have got everything. Up until today, we've been asking for everything else. But have we truly from inside asked for the Guru himself? Have we asked for Vaheguru Ji themselves? Beg for this naam. Haum balhare jao sache tere naam beto ho. Guru Amar Das Ji Pachi saying, I've experienced this naam. I was blessed with this naam from Guru Angad Dev Ji. And pyareo, today people are begging each other, saying, come on, take Amrit, take Amrit. And people just turn up and they receive Amrit. But back in those days, it was common. People first served the Guru. First they would just clean the floor, they would do everything. And they'd make the bowl to receive Amrit first. Kende haum balhare jao Guru Amar Das Ji Paat Singh kende they're bringing this upon themselves. Jao means I will go. So here kende this is first person kende haum balhare jao kende ao be a sacrifice Sache tere naam bito, for your that name of yours that has given me so much. Kende eh Guru Angad Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, kende karan karan sabna ka eko, you are the cause and doer of everything. Hey Vaheguru Ji, avrana duja koi. I came to realize this through Naam, that there is no one else. Rahao Bisram leke, contemplate on this, reflect on this, and truly beg from inside. Bahote fair pe kirpan ko, that I've been wondering on, going round and round so many times, through this birth and death, in this life, going through just so much, from one thing to another, trying this, trying that, nothing's working. Bahote fair pe kirpan ko, ab kich kirpa kije. But now I beg you for your kirpa, for your grace, Vaheguru Ji, ho dayal, darshan de ho apna. Kende, when you are dayal, when you shower me with your compassion, with your mercy, Vaheguru Ji, then give me, be dayal upon me, shower me. Maaf karna, it's a benti here, it's a request here, saying shower me, hey Vaheguru Ji, the one that is compassionate. Darshan deho here means you, Vaheguru Ji, give me your darshan. Apna aisi baksha kari jai, give me your darshan, give me this bakshish, give me this blessing. How much do we beg throughout the day? Do we just have that moment in the morning whilst doing our nitnem, and then for the rest of the day we get entangled? No, this is divasara, this is day and night begging from inside. I need you, I want you. Hey Paatshah Ji, Panat Nanak Parma Pat Khule. Guru Amar Das Ji Paatshah Ji sharing with us their experience. They're saying, Guru Amar Das Ji Paatshah saying, can they listen Sangat, can they Panat, when I begged for this, can they, what happened to me? Guru Amar Das Ji Paatshah, can they Parma Pat Khule. Can they, that curtain of doubt, can they, was removed. Can they, Gur Prasadi Janya, can they, I got to know Vaheguru Ji through the kirpa of Guru Angad Dev Ji Paatshah Ji. They blessed me with Naam, but I begged and begged and begged like a child. Can they, Sachi, remember Guru Amar Das Ji, what they went through for 12 years of doing seva. Sachi live lagi hai pitar. Then I had that true connection inside of me with Vaheguru Ji. Satgur syo man maneya. Why? How did I get that? Because my mind was completely manya, fixated on Guru Angad Dev Ji Paatshah, with full faith and shraddha for my Guru, that this happened for me. I got darshan. So pyareo. Oh, and I really did think that today would be a quick one, but the Sakhi of Bhai Satta and Balvand came out, and I'm sure we can take so much from it, that being careful, think that I am providing something. I am. If it wasn't for me, that all those, all those homeless, all those that are hungry out there, they wouldn't be fed if it wasn't for me. It's because of me all this langar is going on. It's because of me that all of this is happening. Imagine if I didn't rock up to the program to do the kirtan. Oh, imagine if I wasn't there to do katha at that program, and it was me that made that program. Sangaji, we're setting up ourselves up. That is Nindya, pyare, of the house of Guru Nanak. Saying that the glory of house of Guru Nanak is because of me, is because of I am, because of my identity. Sangaji, that is the same as Bhai Satta and Balvand. That is us being, they ended up getting a physical disease outside, but it just shows that we're growing that internal disease of home. So Sangaji, that let us beg Guru Sahib Ji to make us into those beggars, those hungry beggars for darshan and Naam. Naam is no small thing, receiving it from the Guru. Guru didn't just used to give it out before. The Gursikhs used to have to beg Guru Sahib Ji, say, please bless me. if we are already blessed and we've been given Naam, now let's beg for the thirst to actually embrace it so we can reach Vaheguru Ji. इतनी एक बेनती है प्रवान, एक नहीं पर अनेक कहीं गलतियां होगी हैं, अनजान बच्चा समझ के बख्श देना। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।